Good morning. This is Thursday. We are approaching the close of the second full week of school, and I want to tell you, the start has been amazing. There are still little kinks that we're working out here and there. The transportation issues that we have dealt with at East and West Elementary are beginning to subside. The buses are on the road. Things are going so well. Today, we're at the middle school, and we're sitting underneath the most amazing tool and opportunity that is both here at the middle school and also at the high school. And it is a solar-powered picnic table. And what I just did was put my phone up here, and it's being charged right now by the sun, which is limited, it appears. But this is a project that Jennifer Brown, our food and nutrition director, has taken us through to help improve outdoors at our schools. So tell me, Jennifer, just a little bit about these picnic tables and how you came to find out about them, where they came from, and then we'll move on from there.
So during the pandemic, we were obviously trying to get our kids social distanced by when they're eating. So we started looking at some outdoor cafeteria options. And so I started to look into outdoor cafeteria tables, and we've gotten a variety of them. We've gotten some just regular tables without the umbrella and everything. But we came across these and just thought these would be a great option that could be not only an outdoor cafeteria table, but could also be incorporated into an outdoor classroom. They have a charging port here for laptops. And then again, you can have your cell phone charge here. They actually have lights that come on in the evening that we could change to come on anytime early in the morning when it's darker in the morning. So yeah, we're really excited. We've gotten a lot of good reaction from the kids on these tables, and they seem to like them.
Well, I know when I pull up to the high school, which is often around lunchtime, and a lot of times after school is over, the tables are all occupied. The kids are loving this, and they're loving the opportunity to go outdoors and to experience some freedom there. And it also keeps them safe, like you mentioned. Now, speaking of safety, one of the elements of school that people are a little concerned about right now is we're able to wear masks in the classroom and at other times, but you can't wear a mask and have lunch. And that's just a natural event that we need to look into. Can you speak to what are we doing as a school system to help protect our students when they're actually eating? And why don't you hold the microphone?
So one thing we're doing several things, and that involves just spreading the kids out while they're eating. Traditionally, they all go and eat in the cafeterias, but we've had to change that model over the last year or so. So now we have some kids are eating in the classroom. We have some that come to the cafeterias. We have some that eat in outdoor spaces. At like the high school, we've got different kiosks that are set up in different hallways where kids can pick up the meal and then go to different areas to eat. So the main goal there is just to maintain that 6 feet of distance while they're eating. So if you came into our cafeterias, you would notice that some of the chairs have an X on them so that kids know not to sit in that spot. But that's basically what we're doing.
Then that social distance piece at lunch at the high school and here at the middle school to a point is really a challenge, because what we've seen lately at the high school is we have a larger enrollment this year than we've seen in the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, and trying to find a space for everyone to sit with a level of social distance is a real challenge. At the elementary schools, they're able to do that a little bit more by using the cafeteria some and the classroom some, as you've mentioned, and sometimes they're taking their kids outside for lunch as well. Now, I have spoken with students for dozens of years now, and almost invariably, when you ask them what their favorite part of the day is, they'll say 2 things. The first one is always PE, and I understand why. But the second one is always lunch. Why is it our students are enjoying coming to lunch so much, other than the fact that they get out of the classroom very often? but there's something else that's happening, and it has to do with their food selection. How are you planning? What are you doing to make lunch so enjoyable?
Well, I would argue that it has more to do with the staff. Additionally to the food, we just have a great staff that enjoys coming to work. I often hear them say things like, they would not serve something that they wouldn't serve their own family. So there's a lot of good quality control in there. They're tasting the food before they serve it to the kids. In terms of items, we are, my big push is to get more fresh fruits and vegetables on their plates, and the kids have gotten kind of used to that, and so I think that's one thing they get excited about. And then also we're just trying to do new items. Right now we're looking at a fresh made pizza oven that we're going to get installed at the high school, and that we should have that online sometime in January. So we're just always looking for new things. We got the coffee bar up there at the high school. We try to do as much from scratch cooking that we can do. So I think it's just a combination of the staff and the just items that we try to serve.
And so we have someone sitting behind us here, and Cheri Cloer, and she is even less excited about being on camera than I think that you are, Jennifer. And we kind of drafted her this morning very quickly and didn't give her much of a choice to come and be with us. But Cheri, you've been a former cafeteria manager. What are some things that you think about perhaps in making the environment inviting as a cafeteria manager? And now that you have kind of moved into being Jennifer's right hand, how are we paying for all of this? And if a student were to pay for their meal right now, about what would that cost them for breakfast and lunch? I just gave you 3 questions. Can you remember all of them?
Cost anything.
No, just hang on a minute. You have to hold the microphone, okay? So you said lunch doesn't cost anything, but if it did, what would it cost?
It would cost $2.60 for lunch, but right now they don't have to pay a dime. It costs $1.20 for breakfast, but they don't have to pay a dime for it right now.
Okay, so you're saying they don't have to pay a dime. Why is that?
Because it's free across the board right now.
How did that come to be? Because that's not true everywhere.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Yeah, and I think that's a point that needs to be made. A lot of the things that we've talked about, from the picnic tables to the fact that we are able to not charge for food at this point, and not just this year, but in the past as well, has come because of you and your staff reaching out and getting grants that enable us to do some of these things. And so to each of you, and also to all of your staff, we want to say thank you, because I just want to tell you, and I think you know this, in other school systems, they are not as fortunate to come away with as little impact on the budget as our food and nutrition is able to provide. Very often school systems are operating in the red for food and nutrition, and we never do, and that's because of you all. And our kids love coming to the lunchroom. So thank you all very much. We appreciate you. Would you share that with all of your staff for me, please? Yes. All right. I appreciate that. And so I just wanted for all of you to understand that we're doing everything that we can to provide not only a quality education, but also a quality environment all the way around for all of our students. And it's because of staff members like this and those that are working in the cafeteria that we're able to do that. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, make sure that you share them with us. We would be pleased to share more information with you. So for today, I think that's all. Is there anything else that we want to add today?
We just got an awesome bunch of girls working in our cafeterias. And guys, I forgot the guys, but they are all awesome, and they work so hard, and they love all your kids.
I appreciate you sharing that. And you may not be able to see it, but she's tearing up over here because it truly is a family, and you truly do care about them, and you're truly proud of who you work with. Anything else today, Jennifer?
I think we covered it, but I second Cheri's emotion with the staff that we have. They are terrific, and they have been through a lot this past year and a half, worked very, very hard. And so if you see one out in the community, tell them thank you.
And thanks to you for letting us be part of your family. So until the next time, God bless you. Have a great week. Thank you for letting us be part of your family.